Okay, that's one side. That silent abuse. When you love someone and you don't know what to do because this is who you love, and they start to tell you things just like the parent role again. Oh, you ain't gonna never be doo-doo, you ain't gonna amount to doo-doo, you look just like your father, the father. I was raped, sodomized. I was 7. My parents were upstairs in the house. I went outside to wait for them. My mother said, stay in front of the door. My girlfriend lived right next door. There was a lot between us, and the house was right there. It couldn't have been that many feet. I don't remember. As a kid, I can see it while I'm talking to you. My mother said, wait in front of the door. We were getting ready to go someplace. I was dressed. The little ankle socks that you roll over, and they got the little lace going around them. I can see this is going to be 2 parts. Little lace going around them. And fluffy, foo-foo, The Haitian girls, their mamas still put them on them. The little foo-foo dresses. We get them too for Easter. I know I still want to put them on my grandchildren. And the girl called me next door. I don't remember her name. She said, come here, Ernestine, come here. You want some candy? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, come inside. My sister's going upstairs to get some. And it's a foyer. And I stepped inside. And she said, somebody's coming, but you wait right here, okay? And she closed the next door. And she went upstairs. And I waited in that hall, in that foyer. I don't know how long. But the door behind me opened. And I went to open the next door to go in so that person could get in. And that person turned me around, and I never saw behind me. And that door in front of me was locked. And that man raped me. I don't remember anything else. When I was in the court, wherever they put children, so that the social worker or somebody can come talk to you, my biological father came. And he looked at me like I was trash. And it's like a cartoon to me now. It was a real big man looking down at me, pointing the finger, and he said, this wouldn't have happened had you been where your mother told you to be. That's what happens when you don't listen. I'm over 45. This same man is still alive, and the people that raised me are gone. And even today, if he says a bad word to me, if he says or looks at me in any kind of way that is not with a smile or is not, if he looks at me, I always feel as if I've done something wrong. If he talks to me in a certain tone of voice, if a man talks to me in a certain tone of voice, I shudder on the inside. Whatever it is, it's my fault. I think that first. I am disabled. If you talk to me in a certain manner, I can't even work out the thought process. It takes me a little while to recover, and in my recovering from that, I am now aggressively attacking. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. But it stemmed from that man telling me that it's my fault that somebody came behind me and penetrated me from behind. It's my fault that I couldn't fight the person off, and it's my fault. So if it was up to me and not up to the Lord, if it was up to me, then I should believe that whatever a man tells me to do, I'm supposed to do. That would be abuse, long-term results from being abused. Today, if my dad looks down on me, if my father, biological father, if he If I'm doing something and I don't think it's up to his standards, I feel the same feeling I did as that 7-year-old in the courtroom. I tried to tell him that a couple of months ago. And you know what he said? I said, I have a problem. And you're part of the problem. He said, I know you have a problem. I don't know what it is. He's not accepting that message. He's not accepting that message. We need to be careful. We need to be careful, mindful, thoughtful of what can turn into abuse. What we don't mean to be, but can turn into abuse. We need to be mindful and careful of how we want to be treated, how we want to be spoken to. I need to be mindful, careful of what my limits are as a human and what rights you have as a human. How I don't need to, should not, will not step over certain boundaries. Neglect is abuse. If you neglect your children, making sure they go to the doctor and getting checkups. If you neglect your child, making sure that they get the education, the best education that is affordable to you. Doctor's appointments, clothing. They don't have to have the most expensive. They don't have to have the name brand everything. But if you just, you reach the point where they can get up and put on whatever they want to and go out looking like whores and hoods. That's, for me, that's moral neglect. That's parental neglect. That's abuse. You don't supervise your children. You don't make sure they're clean. Your boy's so grown that you don't have to check and make sure he's washing up properly. Did you teach him how to wash properly? Your daughter's got her period. Did you teach her how to take care of her business? Did you make sure she know what cleanliness is? Do you know she's using the right things for her menstrual cycle? Have you spot checked your kid's hair since you stopped doing it when they turned 12? Do you know what's in your daughter's pocketbook? You know what she's carrying? Yeah. I'm with a kid who said he hasn't been to a doctor since he was maybe 12. He's 16 now. He hasn't seen a pediatrician. He hasn't had a personal body checkup and he don't remember when. That's neglect. That's neglect. He don't talk to women when he don't feel like it because they stupid anyway. He don't feel that he has to respect another man because he a grown man now. We need to raise our children. We need to be mindful as adults. And whatever we were raised by, whoever we was raised by, there was a young man who did a response to Hujit, and he said, we're all responsible for ourselves right now. We're all responsible for our actions right now. I'm responsible for me right now. You're responsible for you right now. Doesn't matter what happened to you in the past. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what I did before. I did it before. I said sorry to the person. I said sorry to the people. I said sorry to the Lord. I've been redeemed. Jesus said it's okay. She said it's okay. She knows what not to do. She knows what the signs are to look for. I know in myself what my triggers are and my signs are. I have an ex-husband. I used to hit him. I got baby daddies. I've hit them. One picked me up by my neck, put me on a wall. That'll teach you. That'll teach you. Women don't hit men. They hit back. Somebody says, oh no, a man shouldn't hit a woman, not even hit her back. Yeah, well, Christ says that, but the law of the land don't say that. Keep your hands to yourself. Be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. The tongue is swifter than any sword. Sorry it took so long. Thank you, Hujit. Thank you, Xp3erynce. Bye.